guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel, and I am so excited to do this video today because today we are doing my Pan That palette finale, the last update for this challenge for the year 2017. So exciting. It has been a great year, I think, for me for panning, at least as far as the Pan That palette challenge goes. If you saw my last update, which I will try to link up there for you so you can go watch it if you haven't already, but I did manage to finish off my actual palette that I chose for the year, which was my Lorac Pro Metal palette, which is really exciting. I'm so happy that I was able to finish that off and get it out of my collection. But I do have a couple of other shadows that I've been working on that I wanted to share with you, so that's what we're going to do today for the finale. So let's go ahead and take a look at what my Z palette looked like the last time I did an update, and then I will show you how we are going to be ending off the year. So I think this actually looks quite a bit different than the last time you saw it, but these here of course are my Urban Decay Naked 3 eyeshadows, and I was able to completely finish off this one, which is super exciting, and this one was the shade Liar. I was using this in my outer V, and that worked okay. It wasn't my favorite. And then as you can see here on the shade Limit, I am almost done with this one. This one has taken me quite a while. I think I've been working on it for over 2 years at this point, so really excited to be able to finish that off. I'm sure it will be done by the end of the year. And then these two shades here I really haven't worked on a whole lot. I've used them a little bit, but really not that much. Oh, and then I also wanted to show you here before I zoom you back out that I was able to completely finish off my Makeup Geek eyeshadow right there. So I think the only other eyeshadow I mentioned in the last update was this one. This is from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. Is it white chocolate? It might be. It's just the big like cream color in there. And I went to go take it out of the palette and put it in here, and the whole thing basically cracked on me. So I ended up losing about half of that shadow, which is why you see such a huge spot of pan there. I did go ahead and repress it, and then I was able to hit pan because there just really isn't that much left in here. Quite disappointed that I managed to lose about half of the shadow, but I did want to start working on this shadow, and that palette in general is not my favorite. I do really like this color though, but I was really disappointed in myself that I ended up losing so much. I'm just going to keep trucking through that shadow, and I think based on what I've got left in here, I should probably finish that off, I think by the end of February, because I do plan to continue to work on that going forward into 2018. And then I did also want to briefly mention these two shadows right here. These were not in the update as of last time, I don't think, but these two are both Smashbox shadows. They are from the On the Rocks palette. Now I do have one of those shades from that palette completed, and my goal, I think, with every single palette I have, even if it's one that I really don't like, I need to use at least 2 shadows out of those palettes. So for that palette, I really liked the cream shade that was in there. I think that one was called Vanilla, and I was able to finish that off earlier this year. And I do really like these two eyeshadows. I don't remember the names of them, but the rest of the palette I'm really not that big of a fan of. So I was trying to work through these two. I was really hoping to be able to finish this one off by the end of the year, but I don't think that's going to happen. So that's why this one has so much more use on it, because when I started working on this palette just right after I finished that last update, it was basically brand new. But so that's why this one doesn't have a whole lot of use on it, because I've been focusing on this one, just trying to get that palette out of the way. But I think this is going to take me into next year, because now going forward, starting in January, I am going to be focusing on my Urban Decay Ammo palette, which is going to be my Pan That palette for next year. So I'm going to be working on this, I think, through the end of the year. Don't anticipate finishing it, but when I finish similar shades in the Ammo palette, I will come back and use this one next year. Hopefully next year anyways, if I can go through that palette fast enough. Then I will be able to finish off this shade, and then this shade similarly as well. This is a good like brow bone color, inner corner highlight kind of shade. So once I'm done with the one in the Ammo palette, I will come back and start working on this again. So I think then that's pretty much everything for this project. I really like Pan That palette. I did it last year, so then this year was my second time around doing it, and it can be really intimidating, but I enjoy it. I really didn't get too sick of the Lorac palette that I was working on. I really like the quality of those eyeshadows, so that helped. But I'm really excited to go ahead and start another palette starting in January, and I will of course do an intro video for that, so keep an eye out for that here on my channel. But yeah, I think we're finishing out the year really well, again with finishing the other palette and then completely finishing off this shade, and being very close. I could have held off maybe a couple of days doing this update so that this one would be finished, but I really anticipate finishing this off, maybe in the next 2 or 3 times that I put on my makeup. So thank you all so much for watching today and for watching throughout the entire year. Like I said, I've had a really great time and I wish you all the best on your Pan That palettes. Hopefully you were able to complete your goals for the year. But if not, that's okay. It's just makeup, and if you got a little bit of use out of it and you didn't go and buy a whole lot, that's a really good thing. And there's always next year, that's just right around the corner here. But again, thank you guys so much for watching today and hanging out with me for a little bit. I would love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy Pan That palettes. We can also connect on Instagram. That will be listed down in the description box below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.